Hello, turkeys all over the world. Yeah, I got nothing.
You do have absolutely nothing for this holiday.
I couldn't think of what to do for this intro, and Jay did the last one, so I was like, fuck it. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Charming Analysis podcast, and welcome back to part 2 of our Thanksgiving special. Right, honey?
Yeah.
Ignore my bean. He's playing Pizza Possum in the background.
I am playing Pizza Possum.
With me, because it's been fun.
It's been hilarious.
But that's not what we're going to be reviewing today, even though we should review it one of these days. But
we'll play it on our first stream.
Or whatever. Anyway, so yeah, today for part 2, we're going to be talking about the Brooklyn Nine-Nine Thanksgiving specials, and we're going to be talking about planes, trains, and automobiles.
Mm-hmm.
I still can't believe that movie was 2 hours. Anyway, what do you want to talk about first, honey?
Insanity, right?
Yeah. So, what would you like to talk about first?
We'll talk about the Brooklyn Nine-Nine specials first.
All right. So, why don't you explain about it since you've seen Brooklyn Nine-Nine before I have? So, how many specials were there for the Thanksgiving ones?
For the Thanksgiving, it was 5.
There were 5?
You remember all of them?
I remember a couple of them very vaguely, but that's because I barely seen the show. But why don't you let's talk about them. So there was 4 or 5 Thanksgiving episodes through the entirety of Brooklyn Nine-Nine, which is a show Jay really loves, and we will eventually be reviewing. Probably not for a bit, but we will be reviewing the show eventually. But I know there was one where I think the first one was about whatever the main guy's name is. I forgot his name. He's supposed to be... he helps Holt with a Thanksgiving heist while everyone's...
Okay, let's just try to remember what exactly happened during this time. So, like, they're just... All of these episodes that are Brooklyn Nine-Nine are mostly episodic.
Okay. So they're continuous and stuff. Okay. So...
Is that what episodic means?
Yes.
What's the other term that stands on its own?
I forgot what it's called.
Is it episodic or no?
No, episodic is when they do it like... I don't fucking know. But anyway, because it is like 5 o'clock and we've been like tired for like half the day. So bear with us with like some of our stuff. But anyway.
Bear with me especially.
Bear with Jay especially because he has been exhausted all day. Anyway, basically the Brooklyn Nine-Nine Thanksgiving specials, what did you think of them?
They were nice to look back on, and clearly I've seen the show and you haven't, so it's been so weird to just look back on these and just like simpler times, you know?
Because you said this show's been around for like a long time, right?
It's been around for a while, yeah.
Okay. It's one of the shows that you've been wanting to review and stuff for a while, so that'll be fun to go to once we eventually get to it. But I actually really liked the Thanksgiving specials for them. I thought they were really good. I was not expecting the show to have so many Thanksgiving-themed episodes, but I'm happy that they did, honestly. Which one was your favorite? Because I think they had one from season 1, 3, 4.
They had one for all the seasons.
All the seasons?
Yes, basically.
Okay. I thought it was certain seasons got it, but maybe not.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so what was your favorite of the ones we saw? Because I think my favorite was probably either I think it was the first one that they did, or the one where... It's either the first one that we watched or the fourth one. I think those were my favorites. The one where, like, they spend their first Thanksgiving together as, like, a work family. And then the other one I like was the one where both the parents meet each other. Mm-hmm. Those are probably my favorites out of the episodes. But what about you? Which ones were your favorites?
My favorites... Yeah, probably the one where they... Probably the one where both of the parents meet. But that's really early on in the that's really later on in the show.
Okay.
So, I I feel like there's better episodes than that. Seems like, the Thanksgiving ones were like mid-tier episodes.
But I still liked it, though. I still liked them. It does make me excited to eventually watch the show with you, though, which I'm happy about. I gotta say, I know one thing already. Captain Holt is probably my favorite in this show, honestly. Like, he was one of my favorites in this. He's one of my favorites in this show. He's fucking hilarious.
He's funny.
Yeah, he's funny to me. And I like his relationship with the main actor. I forgot his name, but isn't that Andy Samberg?
Mm-hmm.
Andy Samberg's like character. I like how him and Captain Holt interact, honestly. It was fucking hilarious. Those two are probably, like, my dynamic for those two is probably my favorite, honestly. Like, I like their dynamic. I think it's really funny. And getting to see them in a couple episodes together. Holt with pretty much anybody, honestly, in this show is fucking great. Like, I think his relationship with Andy Samberg's character and Terry Crews's character, those two have got to be my favorites. Like, they're fucking hilarious. I liked both their relationships with each other, honestly. But that's just me. Also, the fact that, like, Captain Holt has a fucking corgi also makes me happy because that was so cute.
He's a corgi dad.
He's a corgi gay dad.
Yes.
But yeah, anyway, what else did you like about the Thanksgiving episodes? Because I was not expecting this show to have a singular Thanksgiving episode, but I'm actually happy that they did. But I thought it was interesting, like how they decided to do these shows and stuff like that for that, and I actually liked it a lot. Which one do you feel like was the weaker of the 5 episodes? Because I think for me, the weakest one was probably the one where they were all stuck in the fucking building because of a unknown substance that could have possibly killed everybody. For some reason, that one was the... Wait, that was the same episode with Terry Crews's character in it. Fuck. Mm-hmm. Damn it. Well... Anyway... Besides the part with Holt and Terry Crews's character being together in this episode, everything else about it was kind of meh. I just wanted to see more of those two interact with each other compared to everybody else. I feel like they could have done that and the episode would have been fine. Or they could have made it like a separate episode. What do you think?
Maybe.
Because I feel like some of these episodes with like each plot kind of varies. Some of them are good with both plots. Well, that one, I'm assuming it's the B plot. I think the second plot was probably better in my opinion, and they should have just done that. But that's just me. So I guess let's review each of the Brooklyn Nine-Nine ones, and then like we'll give our rating for each of them, and then we'll rate it as a whole.
Okay.
Since we watched like 5 of them.
All right.
So what do you give the first one we watched? That was the one where we find out about Andy Samberg's character basically spending it with Holt because he doesn't want to apparently have Thanksgiving with his work coworkers. I would probably give that one, honestly, like a 7.5. I thought it was pretty good. I think it's one of the better ones out of the Thanksgiving ones we watched. What about you? I give that one a 7 out of 10. That's the first one we watched. What about you?
I would probably give that one
Well?
I would probably also give that one I'm trying to hard because they kind of intertwine with each other.
Yeah. Honestly, they all kind of intertwine with each other, but they're different enough to where, like, you can remember, like, significant things, but not the entirety of it. Mm-hmm. But what do you give the first one out of 10?
Sorry, I'm just...
You playing Pizza Possum and trying to beat it, even though I beat the whole game before you?
Yeah, sucks. I don't like that.
You'll be fine.
I can do that.
It takes practice, and also I unlocked more stuff before you did. Anyway, pause it and just review it, honey. Come on.
I'm sorry. This game is addicting.
I know it is. We've been playing it for like fucking weeks now. Like 2 weeks. Anyway,
I will say that it is a,
Bean, my goodness. The suspense.
I know, the suspense is killing me right now. Can I just rate all of them?
Okay, fine. You want to rate all of them then?
At the same time. It's like a mid-episode, so I would probably give them like a 6.
All of them a 6?
Yes.
Oh, Lord. Okay, well, if you give all of them a 6, I give the first one a 7.5. I give the second one probably a 6 as well. Third, because that was the one where Terry Crews' character had a baby.
Mm-hmm.
Third one is where everyone was apparently trying to figure out who stole Holt's fucking pie, walnut pie or something. That one was kind of mid. I'm going to probably give it like a 5 maybe. It's not the weakest episode. The fourth one, was that the one where they met the family? I think.
I think
that's that one.
I'm not sure. I'm sorry.
Fourth and fifth, I'll probably just give like a 7 out of 10 just to be fair. But what do you rate it in general? Do you rate it a 6 in general?
Yeah, I rate them a 6 in general. They're not the best Brooklyn Nine-Nine episodes, so.
But they're still enjoyable enough to watch, right?
Yes.
For me, I would give all of them in the entirety. If I had to rate every single one put together, I would probably give it a 6.5. It was good. A lot better than I was expecting it to be. But it was interesting, but probably not the best ones in the series, so I'll just say that. But anyway, so we're basically done talking about that. Now we're going to talk about the 2-hour movie we just watched called Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. Would you like to go over what it's about, honey?
It's about 2 guys who want to get home for the holidays. And
it's a buddy comedy movie.
Yes, it's a buddy comedy movie.
Basically, Dumb and Dumber before Dumb and Dumber. And yes, I looked it up. This came out before Dumb and Dumber. Okay, before anyone asks, this came out in 1989. So, and Dumb and Dumber came out in 1994. So I'm allowed to say that. This is basically Dumb and Dumber before Dumb and Dumber happened.
Hilarious.
In a sense. Anyway, what did you think of this movie? Because I liked it. It dragged a little bit, but other than that, I liked it. What about you?
It was charming in its own little way.
Yeah. It did have a bit of a rough start, in my opinion. Like, what do you think? Do you feel like it had a rough start? Because to me, it started to get good, like, halfway through the movie. The first half kind of dragged a little bit. But after you got through, like, the first half, I thought the rest was good. What about you? What's your opinion? You get to go first.
I thought it didn't really drag for me. It was just the same consistency. Because they knew it was going to be a little cheesy because it was made in the 80s.
Yeah. Well, late 80s.
Like the 80s buddy comedy and stuff, which has its own little tag lines thing.
Yeah.
It didn't really, change the genre with this movie.
Yeah, it's just one of those average movies. But
yeah.
It's not a bad movie, though. It's average, but it's not bad. It's one of the more manageable and, tolerable ones, in my opinion. So what'd you think of the 2 main characters? Because I understand it's part of the story where it takes a while for you to get used to their dynamic, but I'm not gonna lie. Neil was a fucking asshole for the first half, in my opinion. I did not like him for the first half until he started to kind of lighten up a bit. He got what was coming to him when he separated from Dale? Is that his name?
I think that's the name.
But when he got separated from Dale, honestly. I kept having the feeling throughout the entire movie that Dale's wife is gone. Because he doesn't really flat out say it until literally the end. This will be getting into spoilers if you haven't seen this movie. But, I actually really liked their chemistry after a bit. It took me a bit to get used to it, but I like their chemistry. Honestly, once Neil started to finally, let up his asshole attitude, I feel like he's a good character, but I feel like they kind of made him too much of an asshole. But I know that's how the story's supposed to go, though. But what did you think? Like, what did you think of Neil and Dale's chemistry in this? In your opinion, I'm curious what you thought of it.
I thought it was expected for a movie like this.
True.
Kind of gave me what I expected.
Okay. So, I guess, is that a good thing, a bad thing?
It's an alright thing. Like, I heard that this was, like, a great movie. Like, a really, really fucking good movie. And it's an okay movie in my book.
Yeah, like, it's good in its own aspects. Like, there's some aspects I really did like about this movie, and then there's some that are kind of like, you could have done a little better with it. So I guess, what's something about this movie you liked, and something you didn't like? So something for me, something I did like was, we kind of get to see Dale's struggles once we get, like, toward the middle to the end of the movie. Mm-hmm. Literally, the first thing I thought of when he was, like, being introduced in the hotel room with him and Neil, I was like, why do I feel like this guy's wife is dead? I feel like she's gone, and he just doesn't know how to fucking say it. Like, I don't know if it's implied, but I kind of got that vibe from him, and when I found out it was true, I was like, okay, I fucking knew it. Kind of thing. But you can kind of tell in just the way he carries himself, even though he's like a charming guy and stuff like that, that he does have a lot of, like, I guess, built up, like, sadness in him because of his wife passing, like, 8 years ago, which I can understand. You know, he's probably, like, still grieving about it, even though it's been a long time. But some of that stuff takes a long time to, you know, move past and stuff, which I get. I understand that, like, completely. But, why are you covering your head in the blankie? Bean, what are you doing?
Because I'm adorable.
Yes, you are. You are adorable, and I love you. But one thing I did not like about this movie, and this is just a personal pet peeve of mine, I don't know if it's just because of the way the voice actor, like, the way the actor portrayed Neil for, like, the first half. I really did not like how they introduced Neil in this. Like, once he opens up, he's a lot better, but to get to that point took a lot, in my opinion. Mm-hmm. And it's not a bad thing, because it's still, it's not to the point where I didn't want to watch the movie, but it's like, it did bother me a little bit, but not to the point where it was unwatchable as a movie. I just wanted to, like, just be like, Neil, stop being an asshole. I just wanted to sit him down and be like, stop being an asshole. He's at least trying to help you get home. Like, damn. Anyway, what about you? What's something you liked about this movie and something you didn't like? I want to know your opinion.
Wait.
No sleepyhead.
Oh, I'm so tired.
You're always tired.
I like the buddy, like, I like the buddy road trip dynamic. Because I don't know. I'm always gonna like that. I always like when strangers become friends and some.
Me too.
And stuff like that. I don't know. It felt like.
Second yawn. Let's count how many times Jay yawns. I'm kidding.
I was just kind of bored by it a little bit. Not gonna lie.
Like a little bit off and on. Mm-hmm. Which I get. That was kind of me too, a little bit, for the most part. Not the entirety of the show, but... I mean, not the entirety of the movie, but... This is another thing I will point out. Did this movie really have to be 2 hours? This could have been done in, like, an hour and a half. I don't know why they dragged...
It's an hour and a half.
I thought it was 2 hours!
It's an hour and a half.
That did not feel like an hour and a half. Are you serious right now? That did not feel like an hour and a half. That felt like 2 hours.
It felt like an hour and a half.
Hold on, I gotta look this up. Was this really an hour and a half?
It was an hour and 32 minutes on the time.
Let me see. Hour 45. So basically 2 hours.
No.
Look.
It was an hour and 30.
Right there.
It was an hour and 30 on the thing.
Oh my goodness.
Your thing got it wrong.
Oh, whatever. Hold on. There's also planes, trains, and Christmas trees.
I have no idea what
There's
that
a
is.
Christmas one?
I have no idea what
No, I
that
think
is.
that's a different thing.
That's a different thing. That's probably a Hallmark thing. You're going to the Hallmark channel.
Oh, Lord, not that. Not the Hallmark Channel. No.
You would love the Hallmark channel.
I don't even know.
You would love the Hallmark channel.
I feel like you would.
No, you would.
Oh, Lord. Anyway, let's get back to this. We keep getting distracted. Anyway, so I guess another question I do want to ask would be, do you feel like, for the runtime that it did, do you feel like this is one of those movies that is memorable to you, in your opinion? Especially with the runtime, because to me...
I don't know if I'm going to remember it.
I'll probably remember, like, would remember the ending a lot more. Mm-hmm. And, like, the last, I think, like, 20 minutes, I'd probably remember. Were you surprised that Dale's wife was gone? Because no. I kind of had a feeling that was the case.
I had the feeling, too.
Like, sometimes you can kind of tell when a character has lost somebody because of the way they carry themselves. Mm-hmm. And then there's the times where, like, example, The Sixth Sense. I'll use that as an example because that's still a really good fucking example. I didn't even know the fucking guy was dead till the end. Mm-hmm. Like, are you fucking kidding me? That completely threw me for a loop. But anyway. One more thing I will add regarding this movie. Mm-hmm. Is this a movie you would recommend to somebody? Because I would probably recommend it. Maybe. It would depend on if you're... I would probably recommend this movie if you're more for, like, buddy comedies and shit like that. And, like, Thanksgiving movies. But what about you? Would you recommend this to somebody? In your opinion?
Probably not.
Probably not?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, do you have anything else to say before we rate it?
I rated a 5.
You rated a 5?
Mm-hmm.
I would probably give this a 6.5. I think it was average. It was not bad, but it's like, they could have done a little bit better for what they did. But yeah, I go to 6.5. Don't really have too many complaints with it. Kind of mainly indifferent about it. There was some good moments in it, but not enough to where it gets a higher rating than that for me. What about you? You gave it a 5. Mm-hmm. Would you watch it again? Because I might, but it would depend on how I'm feeling. What about you? Would you watch it again? No? Mm-mm. All right. Well, that's basically the end of part 2 of our podcast. And you're like, wait, there's more? Yeah, we're going to be doing a 2-part taste test of some stuff we found, because why not? We did one last year, right? Was it last year?
I have no idea.
We did one like either last year or the year before, but we're doing another taste testing for you guys, so that'll be coming out as well soon. But anyway, that's going to be the end of it for the podcast tonight with part 2. Be on the lookout for the last 2 parts coming soon, and I'm Mari. Jay, what are you doing?
I'm Jay.
You little butt.
I'm Jay.
I'm Mari.
I'm Jay.
You literally sound like you're fucking drunk.
I'm Jay.
Why are you like this mean?
JJ.
JJ the jet plane. You brought it on yourself.
Shut up!
You brought it on yourself.
No.
Yes. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. I'm Mari.
I'm Jay.
And we're out.